Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a comparison of, in my version, in my opinion, the correct way from the wrong way of applying makeup. Over the past 5-6 years of being a professional makeup artist, I have learned a lot of tips and tricks that have helped me out when applying makeup and doing different types of looks, just the whole application. So I really hope that I can help a lot of you out there that are confused on what things to use, on how to apply them the correct way. As you know, I am absolutely not trying to tell you the right way or the wrong way that you yourself should be doing stuff. This is just what I use that have worked for me. Like I said, that I've learned over the past 2 years in doing this. So I really hope that I can help a lot of you out there, and if you're interested in learning how to do this look versus this one, then just keep watching. So before I start, I'm going to go ahead and apologize for my hair. It looks pretty crazy right now. And also, this is not a bra. This is a shirt that I got from PacSun. I fucking love it. Anyways, so before I go ahead and start, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I'm in no means trying to make fun of anyone. The reason why I'm doing this video is to help a lot of ladies out there that maybe need some extra tips or tricks, that aren't comfortable with how they put on makeup. They really need guidance and they just don't know really where to turn. So that's why I decided to make this video. It's just common mistakes that I see girls making out there. And I really just wanted to go over like the right way versus the wrong way, in my opinion. Everyone, of course, has their own opinion of how they apply makeup and what they think is better than this and that and so forth. So coming from me being a professional makeup artist, this is just things that I've learned over the past 5-6 years. I used to do a lot of these in the past, probably not even that long ago. So I just want to let you know that you're not alone and that this is totally normal. When you first start doing makeup, when you first step into makeup, you're not going to know the perfect way to apply foundation or the perfect way to do a cat eye or, you know, whatever. There's a million different things out there. So I really hope you all learn something from this video and enjoy it. And like I said, this is just my personal opinion that I feel like has worked for me. I've learned from my own mistakes. I used to do all of these in the past. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. So the first thing that you need to always remember to put on is a primer, simply because this is going to make your makeup last all day. It's going to help your foundation go really smooth and look amazing. So right now I'm taking Dr. Brandt's, what is this called? Pores No More Primer. Ever since I've been using this, I've been very satisfied. It helps blurs out any pores that you may have, any imperfections. It just helps your makeup look really smooth when you put it on. So I'm going to be doing one side of my face the correct way that I would do it on a daily basis, and then the left side is going to be the wrong side, how I would not recommend to do your makeup. So on this side, I'm just going to put a regular primer on. I'm actually going to use the Marc Jacobs, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. I actually like to go back and forth between these two. But I have noticed since using the Dr. Brandt's Pores No More that my skin does look a whole lot smoother when I put my foundation on when I use this side. I'm sorry, when I use this primer. So on my right side, I'm going to be applying the correct shade of foundation that matches my skin tone. And you typically want to match your chest area, not so really much your neck, because typically everyone's neck is either lighter or darker than their actual face and chest. So I try to just match my face along with my chest area. So this is in the shade Ecru. This is Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. And I just really like this foundation because it is, I poured way too much. I forgot I'm not doing the other side of my face. But anyways, like I was saying, it is full coverage. And the only reason why I wear full coverage is because I have a lot of acne scars. And I have a lot of freckles and darkness under the eye that I really want to take care of. So that is why I use a full coverage foundation. And I'm just going to blend this out with a damp beauty blender. Okay, so as you can see, this foundation, it pretty much matches my chest area. It matches my neck actually too. So yeah, now we're going to apply the wrong shade of foundation over here. It's going to be a couple of shades darker. So if you go to the tanning bed and you cover your face, if you self-tan and you don't apply it to your face, it's totally normal for your foundation to be obviously darker than your face. Everybody knows that, but for the people that don't fake bake or don't go to tanning bed and they just like their face, they like their face to be darker for some reason. I'll never really understand it, but do what you do. And I'm just applying this with a brush and I'm gonna go and blend it out with the damn beauty blender. But this is also the Double Wear foundation. And oh God, I can't deal with this. It's bothering me. A common mistake that people tend to do is not blend their foundation down to their neck. As you can see, I clearly have a line of foundation right here. It definitely does not match my neck. It definitely does not match my chest. Over here, all you do with your beauty blender, get the jawline, bring it down right here. You don't have to go all the way down to your neck, obviously, but you just kind of want to take it on the ear, blend it halfway down about, just so that it blends in with your neck and it doesn't look like you're wearing a mask. Can you believe that I used to be this color? You probably can't believe it because I'm so white right now. But yeah, when I used to go to tanning bed, which was not that long ago, I was this shade. I actually kind of miss it from time to time, but I don't know. I'm not trying to get skin cancer, so trying to stay out of it. So now I'm just gonna go and blend this with my beauty blender. So next thing that I always like to do in my routine is my brows. So I'm just gonna comb them up. And on this side, I'm going to be using the spiked eyebrow pencil from MAC. And I'm going to be going and defining the brow first and then filling it in. And I always like to go back with an angled brush with no product on it. And I just kind of like to take the bottom right here, bring it across, almost making a line by itself. I'm just bringing the product over that was already on the brow and then simply just flicking it up. This is just the way that I like to do it. I feel that it works for me and it still makes my brow look very natural, but at the same time it has a lot of color. There's no empty spots. So now I'm taking my Bobbi Brown Cream Concealer in Porcelain and I'm going to be carving out the brow at the bottom. Now this is just an extra step if you want that very highlighted look under the brow. I don't do this typically every day, but I think it looks really pretty if you're wearing eyeshadow. So now I'm just gonna blend that in very good, going downwards onto the lid with that color. So now on this side, I'm gonna be taking the MAC spike pencil once again. And this is how I found the incorrect way to do it. Now everyone does their brows different, but I'm just gonna do for you what I see on a regular basis of girls and women. Alright, so I'm taking the concealer once again, and I'm going under the eye. Always remember that less is more, unless you're highlighting and you want to look like a bronze goddess, but in this situation, less is definitely more. So as you can see, the highlight is definitely not blended. The eyebrow is way too thick. Right down here, it's supposed to kind of like go down, be very thin. It's very, very thick right here and dark. In other words, it looks very fake. So now I'm going to prep both eyes with the soft ochre paint pot. So I'm going to be going very natural and soft on the eye. I didn't want to do too much. I'm going to save that part for the eyeliner. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is going in with the transition color. And I'm going to be using my 224 brush, as always, from MAC. And I'm just going to be going in with Saddle from MAC, which is this shade right here. So when you do your transition color, you always want to stay in the crease and just kind of like feather it back and forth like a windshield wiper motion. You don't want to press too hard. Always hold your brush at the end. That way you're not applying too much pressure, because as you know, if you do it like this, you're automatically going to want to press down harder. That's just how it is. So like I said, when you're doing this, you just want to lightly feather it. So as you can see, this side is very natural. There's hardly any shadow even on there. So on the left side, I'm going to be doing the incorrect way. And this is what I see probably more than anything. I'm taking that same saddle color and I'm taking a fluffy brush. It isn't exactly the 224 brush, it's a little shorter. I don't even know how to do it this way. That's the sad part. Like, I don't even know how to make it look like those girls. How do you, I don't know. How do you do it?
Oh, golly, look at this.
So as you can see, this side is very diffused, very natural and kind of like blown out. There's really no harsh lines that you can see. This side is way too dark. There is a very apparent line going around the edges of the eyeshadow, which is also getting into the highlight. So when you put those two right beside each other,
because it's not good. It's not.
So now I'm going to be taking my Lorac Frontline Pro Liner, and I'm going to be drawing a line on the top. A little cat's eye for you. Now, doing the cat eye is a challenge for a lot of people. It's still honestly a challenge for me. Like, I just do it so much every day. I wear it every day, so I've kind of gotten, you know, practice, literally hundreds of times. So I've finally gotten to the point where I'm a little bit comfortable with doing it. Sorry, I can't talk. But this is probably the most difficult thing that you will face when you're doing your eyes. And honestly, I don't know if you've seen the little technique you can do using the tape method, but you just get a piece of tape, place it directly right here. That way it cleans up that line and you don't have to practice, you don't have to struggle so much with it. It's not obviously perfect, but it'll do. So now I'm gonna do this side, and this is the wrong way. Doing a cat eye is supposed to extenuate the eyes. You don't want to go lower than where your eyelid stops typically. Now, unless you're doing a smoky eye and you're bringing the darkness and all that all the way under, that's definitely understandable. But if you're doing an eye look just like this and you're only doing eyeliner on the top, you want it to stop in that corner. If you place your fingernail in the corner, your eyeliner should not go below that. I see all the time eyeliner going below that. Like, that clearly can't look good, you know what I mean? And also, the end of the eyeliner is supposed to be like a sharp point that's really, really, really thick. So now you just look like you just starred in Cleopatra. Before we put on the mascara and lashes, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight. And I'm actually using my new Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. I just got this one in. This is the L3 Warm. This one is the correct shade. You always want to go one, maybe two shades lighter than your foundation. So this one is definitely, I'd say 1 to 2 shades lighter. I don't know how light it is in there, but from me looking at this, looks pretty good. So I'm just going to be taking my damp beauty blender and blending that out. And I typically bring it down to where you're going to contour, which is about right here. So you do not want to bring the highlight to right here. That's a little overboard. So you just go under the eye, bring it up a little bit. You don't have to go all the way over. That's just what I like to do. But just as long as you're kind of bringing it right under the whole eye area, that's totally fine. So on this side, we're going to be using the incorrect shade. This is L1. This is way too light, way too light. Honestly, can't even use this by itself with my natural skin color on a daily basis because it's so fucking bright. So
ooh, this motherfucker white.
This is obviously definitely too light for my skin tone on this side. But we're gonna go ahead and blend this out anyway. Now, if you want to look very highlighted under the eye in white, that's totally understandable because I will gladly raise my hand because I fucking love a bright under eye. I love it. Like, honestly, this could probably work like on my regular skin tone. I would just have to work with it a lot and blend it out. But if you're tan, or if you have this color foundation naturally, if you are this naturally dark, I'm sorry, but this is too light. So now I'm going to set it. Holy shit, it just got in my throat. So while it's baking, I'm gonna go ahead and contour. On the correct side, I'm using one that is suitable for my skin tone, which is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. I'm very fair and I'm very cool tone naturally, so I'm going to be using a bronzer based upon those two things. I'm going to be taking my Morphe M530 brush, very lightly buffing it under here, going in like a circular motion, and I'm not bringing it all the way to my mouth. Don't do that. It looks so much nicer. What is that in my hair? It looks so much nicer when you just put it very close to the hairline. Then I'm going to be going in the corners of my forehead. Oh, hi, new tattoo. I really don't know how I feel about the yellow yet. This is it. I'm still kind of getting used to it. It's super fucking bright. I'm not used to brightness. I like dark tattoos, but I'm still getting used to it, so we shall see. And I also got, I can't, look at this. Okay, I want to show y'all something real quick. This is so irrelevant. Do you see that bruising? Not a happy camper. Yeah, I got the rest of this finished in the rope and then like the dots right here and then the peach. Let me just tell you, if you don't have a tattoo in this area already, the worst feeling you'll ever feel in your life. Trying to sleep has literally been a nightmare, but thankfully it is getting better and it actually doesn't even hurt right now. It's just going through that drying out phase. Thank God. All right, so this side is contour, kind of bronze, whatever. So I'm gonna be going in with Hoola bronzer, which actually would be a very suitable contour shade or bronzer for a dark foundation. However, if you do not apply it the correct way, it's not gonna ever be cute. So I'm taking the Morphe M523 brush. This is a much denser brush than the one that I just used on this side. This one gives like a more natural, flawless effect. This one is gonna carve out the cheeks a little bit more, which I actually love this brush. I use it probably every day. But, whoa. Okay. My drag show starts at 12 if anyone's interested in coming. Good God. How do people do this? I'm gonna go over very quickly where you should contour. This is so stupid, but it's true. If you look right here, where your nostril is, where it actually ends, right here, that's the brush. Right here. That is where you should be putting the product in order to make your nose look more thin. You should not be going on the nostril. That's gonna make your nose look more wide. As you can see right here is a fucking disaster. But besides that, I went all the way right here, which is way too far, okay? So if I was to have this product on this side also, my nose is gonna look way more wide, okay? And if you wanna contour your nose, the reason you wanna do that is to make it look more thin. Okay, now I'm going to bronze up the neck a little bit just so I can be somewhat matching right here. I'm not taking a whole lot of it. Just going right here. Because I do like to look somewhat tan with some color. So I'm taking it on this side. Making sure. Good God, do you see that? Ah. Now, blush for today. You want to take one that complements your skin tone. So being that we're supposed to be doing a very natural look today, I'm going to be going in with Melba on the correct side of my face, which is the right. I love Melba. It looks great on everyone, and I'm just going to softly be putting it on the apples of the cheek area, bringing it up just a little bit. Not using too much, and there it is. So on the other side, I'm going to be taking a almost like hot pink, and I'm going to be putting it right here. Oh my God. And it's sad. But I've seen this shit like plenty of times. When you put your blush on, you're not supposed to go over the highlighted area. It's supposed to softly blend into the cheeks and to the contour, okay? And you blend it kind of upward towards the highlighted section. You don't want to put a shit ton on your cheek and then just go straight up with it. Just don't. Just don't. So for lips, I decided on the correct side to do a very soft plum color that complements my skin tone, and this is a liquid lipstick. And I do like to overdraw my lips, so I'm not using lip liner with this. I don't ever really have to do it when I use a liquid lipstick, so I'm just going to go slightly over my lips to make them look a little bit bigger than what they are. And on this side, I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Doll Parts liquid lipstick. I actually love this color, but I just wanted to use a different one. I didn't want to use the same one on both sides. So this is the incorrect way how to do this. There's nothing wrong, believe me, there's nothing wrong with trying to insinuate your lips and make them look fuller without getting lip injections, because I'll raise my hand to that gladly. I do it every day. However, you want to still make it look like it is indeed your lips. That's the whole point. But anyways, I'm going to be taking the Becca Shimmery Skin Perfector in Moonstone, and I'm just going to be doing a little bit of highlighting. So when you highlight, you want to go at the top of the cheekbones, and you want it to be like a subtle glow, okay? Now, I know, I get it, on some occasions, obviously I do put a lot more of this on, but if I'm wanting a very natural look like this, typically not going to put more on than what I'm putting on right now. I like to go above the brow with this, blending it softly, where it's hardly noticeable on right here. And I like to put a little bit on the nose. Blend that out. Now on this side, this isn't the, this ain't the correct way to do it. As you can see, I'm putting way too much on. Way too much up here. So now I'm taking my House of Lashes in Iconic, and I'm going to apply these off of camera. Alright, so I applied the House of Lashes Iconic off of camera. I know I said I wanted to keep it like natural, but I wanted to put a little bit of glamour in this. So yeah, I think it looks really cute. So this is the side. As you can see, the contour is not too strong. The highlight is not too bright. Brows are slightly groomed. Lips, they look hurt. Contour is really dark. The foundation does not match the neck. Eyeliner went a little too ham. eyebrows are really, really, really dark. They do not really look natural. I went way above the lip with this and I contoured the fuck out of my nose. So that is the finished look for today. I really hope you all liked this video and learned something from it. We all make mistakes. It's totally normal. If you have made or if you are making these mistakes right now, I just really hope that I could help you in learning the difference between putting a lot on and then putting very minimum on. Like I said, less is more. I know I go kind of overboard when I do the highlights sometimes, or like maybe my concealer might be too light for a lot of you that think that. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment, and if you enjoyed watching, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to leave everything that I used in the description box below so you can see. And of course, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget my next tutorial, I'm going to be doing a question and answer video, so feel free to ask me anything that you want. My personal life, my YouTube life, how I became a makeup artist. You can literally ask me anything you want to know. Just make sure it obviously is YouTube appropriate, but definitely ask me because I'm not going to do it unless I have a lot of questions, okay? So I announced it on Instagram, Facebook, and in my previous tutorial, the Morphe 35F palette. So I know that I have some questions under there, but I really want some more, so leave them down below. Thanks, guys. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.